Today I'm going to show you how to install an access panel to some plumbing. This door right here is behind a water fountain that's on the other side of the wall, on an exterior wall. And there's another water fountain right here that the plumbing can't be accessed. So what we're going to do is cut this tile out and install another access door like this one right there. Next we're going to take this one out and put two doors, one right there and one right there, that match instead of using the old one. This one right here actually isn't put in right. It's kind of like nailed and you know. So I'm going to show you how we do that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a tape measure and I'm going to measure this inside of this frame right here. Not the lip, but the frame. And then I'm going to go over here where this hole is. And I'm going to come to the other side of this stud in the wall. It's a 2x6. Over to this side. If you look inside of there, you'll see it's a piece of metal. So what I do is take a square and draw out this measurement right here. And then set the depth of the saw so it only comes to the depth of this stud right here in the wall. And it's not cutting into any of this metal. Alright. So now we're using a little tile cutting saw to make them cut marble really. And set the depth of this to the thickness of all that other shit right here. I'm actually going to draw the line on you and everything, so what I'm going to do now is fucking go ahead on and cut this motherfucker out. Always fucking wear a mask when you do that shit. So if your ass don't have a mask, you can take a shirt and something like this and fucking put the bandit on the motherfucker. What? Let's have a water feed for this. And as you can see, the Jepson, that little saw right there didn't work out so fucking well. So what I had to do was go out there and get my angle grinder with a tile cutting blade on that motherfucker. See right there, it says tile, ceramic tile. I always keep this bitch on the truck. Been had it on the truck for 5 or 6 fucking years and ain't never used it till today. That just goes to prove a point. Don't take shit off. And then they cut that shit up and they ended up the fucking the mason board behind it was fucking screwed to this fucking 2x6 right there. So now what I want to do is I want to fucking clean all this shit up. I gotta fucking put this little door fucking stopper back up here. So I'm gonna take a masonry bit, drill a hole, and put that motherfucker in. And then I'm gonna fucking put a bead of Phenol on the inside of my lip, which is a construction adhesive, but it's caulking, so I can take it back out if the panel ever has to be taken out. So I don't want to use no liquid nail or anything like that that's going to pull tile and break tile off the wall and all kinds of shit, you know. So we're going to put that up there, and then we're going to run a couple of screws, and I can toenail it actually into that 2x6 stud right there on two sides. On one side of the 1 panel, and the other one, I think I'm just going to screw them into the masonry shit in the top and the bottom and let that fucking Phenol-Seal set up, and that'll hold it and shit. So that's where we're at right now. We cut all that shit out. Had to cut it through the masonry joints, the water joints like that, the bright line. That's easy. Cutting through the fucking tile like down here, that's not fucking easy. And then he got to the corner, there was a little bit of tile left in the corner. So I took a jigsaw and cut that. And then real easily, it's a piece of paper on the back of this masonry shit. And if I could took a jigsaw and cut that motherfucker out. And so basically I'll put two 18 by 18 inch panels here. That's one water fountain. And that's another water fountain. And so now we'll put Phenol-Seal on the back of that bitch and start installing the motherfucker. So now access doors are installed. Cut the holes, and what I did was sometimes you could drill another hole somewhere other than what the door comes with. These doors are kind of hard to find. You're not going to find them in stock at Home Depot or Lowe's, but you can go there and order them. These doors right here, both of them, about $50 a piece with free shipping. Comes around $100 for two of them. So basically, I just kind of screwed this one into the stud in the wall. And over here, we got another stud in the wall. It's actually drilled and put these screws in over here. And screwed these into the stud in the wall. Also put a bead of Phenol-Seal around the top of it. And on the inside of the lip was an adhesive caulking. So once that sets up, that's going to hold it as well. And a lot of times, like over here, see, there's no stud or anything to screw them into. So you screw it into the masonry board behind it, and the Phenol-Seal eventually will grab it and hold it where it's got to be at. And so that's what your doors look like. Open up. That's one water fountain, two water fountains. Shut the door. Shut the door with the key. And also it has two screws that you can turn. It has little tabs that lock them into place. That's basically it, man. You just measure the inside lip and get your dimensions, lay it out on the wall with a square. Get you a tile saw blade, put it in your skill saw or an angle grinder, whatever you got, and cut your holes. Fit it, put a bead of that Phenol-Seal around the lip and screw them into place. And it's there. You got to make sure. One thing I want to stress though is to make sure that you set the depth of your saw blade, because if you go too deep, you may end up going across and cutting a pipe or something like that. You don't want to do that. So subscribe to GetGo TV and get more informative home videos on how to do shit. And you got any questions, leave a question in the comment bar, and I'll make sure that I answer your question. Y'all have a good day.